And then you all can continue enjoying your pizza, but I want to be sure we're done what we need to do in time for you to get going, because we said 12 to 1. Okay, a couple of housekeeping issues, 3 as a matter of fact. And more, if I forget something, they're going to remind me. First thing is, the 2 ladies in the back of the room, Meg and Renee, there you go, oh, and the Dean. He will not be accepting your check and paperwork, trust me. One of these 2 ladies will. What's included in your fee is your lifetime membership. It also includes the cost of your meal for that night. After the actual ceremony, we have a dinner, and we do it, don't be cafeteria food. We do actually do a very nice dinner. Don't you agree it was a nice dinner?
We had a nice speaker.
Yes, and we're going to have our guest speaker this year is going to be Jeff Brackett, who is our new Executive Vice President of Marist. So he's going to be our guest speaker this year. It's in the cabaret. The cost for your meal is included. Do we need 2 checks? 1 check? Well, do we need 2 checks? And I have a this and a this.
The 95 for the student.
And then a separate check for the parents. Okay. Parents, family are welcome to come. And you can, and they can come to the ceremony. They do not have to come to the dinner. We would love to have them come to the dinner. It's $25 a person if they want to come to the dinner. Please make that in a separate check. I knew there was something about checks. It is really a nice dinner. It's during the dinner where Dr. Brackett will be giving his presentation. And it is just a nice way for all of us to honor your achievements. Normally we have attempted to do, oh, and Sally came at the last minute, can she please come to dinner? It has, in every case, no matter how we've tried to do it, caused a major problem. So we need to know ahead of time. We've run out of food. It's just trying to accommodate has just been a nightmare. So we really need to know ahead of time who's coming. We'd love to have them all, but we need to be set up appropriately so there's enough tables and chairs, there's enough food, there's enough everything. When are dues due?
April 9th.
April 9th is the deadline for getting your dues in, because we have to order your certificates, we have to order. What you'll get at this induction ceremony is you will get your certificate and you will get your pin. We invite all people, unless you're a senior.
Your stole.
Your seniors get your stole. If you're being inducted as a junior, we invite you back next year to the ceremony where you'll be presented with your stole for graduation. If you're a senior, you'll get all of it at this ceremony. Am I forgetting anything about the induction? Yes?
Or you can't attend.
Can't attend is not a problem. We will adjust your price to include your meal. It's a fun night, but if you can't, you won't really miss being the full ceremony because we'll bring you back as a senior for your full, or you, yes, next May, right, okay. I had a momentary like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be on the team now, so I think it's still here. So we'll do the, you'll be part of the ceremony next year.
Okay.
We will be inviting back all of the people who are still here as seniors, like the 3 officers here, to come back and come to the dinner if they choose and get their stoles at that time as well.
Jeff should be a lot of fun as a speaker.
I think so too. I think it'll be a good, interesting speech.
At yesterday's honor ceremony for Dr. Gavin, who you, if you don't know, she was honored with one of the Library Researcher Awards yesterday. And sort of standard to the informality of life, Jeff Brackett and I were yelling back and forth across the room, organizing his speech. And I said short, and he says, oh, he says, you know, he's a poet. He says, you want me to write a haiku? I said, well, a little longer than a haiku, but I think you will find him to be energizing and inspiring person.
Not only do I think he'll make an interesting speaker for this ceremony, I think he's a real asset. I think we're very lucky that we got him to come get a mask. I think he's going to be great for us. Okay. Anybody else, anything I need to tell them about that night?
We are, I just want you all to know, we are taping the event, and we will also have a photographer there. So if you want to have, you know, pictures with the dean, Dr. Gavin, your family.
I said that out loud, didn't I? Whomever. We'll record and have stuff. Well, yes, sir.
Dress-wise?
Business casual.
Don't feel like obligated with your parents. I know, like last year, like I live like 2 hours away, which isn't far, but I didn't have my parents come, and a lot of people did it, but like Landon's mom came, and it was really nice. So, like either way, you know, don't feel like they have to tell your parents they have to come. So,
although, trust me as a parent, if they can make it, they want to be here.
It was a good amount last year.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, don't feel. Like
We live for these things. We wait for you to give us these kinds of moments where we can share in your success, because we totally feel it's our success. But if your parents can't come, you won't be the only one. There will be other people there. You'll be with your friends. There are not assigned seating, so you can sit with your friends either way. And then there are those people who live reasonably locally who bring the family. So it's going to go in every direction. Just please let us know. We want to be able to prepare properly. Second, what we've done just here now, there were several people because of classes, because of a host of things abroad, who couldn't come here today. Do you know anyone who was inducted and worried about what did they miss? What we're filming this whole thing today, to my great dismay. And it will be on the website, so they can just pull this up and see what they missed. Yes, next April 15th. April 15th. Okay. I'm like 14th. What's okay? Let me tell you about what's happening, and this is your first honor as a member of Beta Gamma Sigma. New inductees as well as our current members are being invited to a special event hosted. It will be Friday, April 15th at 10:30 in the morning, and it will be in the new Hancock building, in the new trading room. So it may be your first chance to get to see the new Hancock building. And Jess Staley, who is the CEO of JP Morgan, will be there to make a presentation to Beta Gamma Sigma and the people who are in the special class for the Investment Center. It is an opportunity being offered only to Beta Gamma Sigma and that small class of 15, we have maybe?
Yeah,
So
18.
it'll be an intimate small group. We do need to know whether or not you're coming because, again, we have to plan. And it's scheduled for about approximately an hour. What we do ask, especially for the finance people who will be there, he is going to give a brief presentation, but a lot of the things we offer to high-achieving students are opportunities to ask your questions. We do much less formal presentations to you because you are, we assume by the grades we've given you, competent and capable of asking the kind of questions and taking advantage of an opportunity to Q&A someone at that level. So please come with questions. Do I need to get more directive about what kind of questions?
Well, I mean, clearly, he's going to be, ready to talk about financial crisis, about what the various big banks went through. He's looking for a down and dirty kind of discussion. So, Google it, look at what Morgan Stanley did. If you want to walk in and say, why in the world did y'all do X? This is your chance to walk in and ask, why in the world did your company do X? We have good connections with him. It's a really unique opportunity, and it's your opportunity to really rub shoulders with folks at that level, and I think that is a nice opportunity. Is what we're looking to do more and more. Speaking of what we're looking to do more and more, the juniors who are here, you're going to be looking to organize for next year.
Completely. That's number 2 on my list.
And we certainly have now sent students. This is our second year that we sent students to St. Louis.
Second year in a row we had a little gap. We sent them and then we had a gap and then we sent it again. But we will be choosing two students to go represent us. We've been very pleased by what the people are coming back having learned and found. And I mean, we were planning on just sending out your packets and doing everything. And Landon and Rayanna came back saying, oh no, we need to do this. So this is really what they learned in an effort to get people more engaged. We had a speaker for, this was before you were tapped, that's why you weren't invited. We had a speaker that presented to Beta Gamma Sigma recently, I can't remember when. He was a guy about innovation. Entrepreneurship, that was it. And it was a very intimate, you know, a very high-profile man who had an intimate lunch with 10 students. And that's the kind of things that membership in this can afford you. When we need, face it, this is what, the cream of the crop. This is the group we come to. Rayanna just asked me to tell you that she will be sending you an email asking about your ability to attend this thing on the 15th. So please RSVP to her. Please, if you RSVP saying you're coming, I know emergencies happen, but put it in your books and really come if you're going to say, because we're trying to manage this process effectively. You had something to say? Okay. Number 2. Oh, we need, yes, once you become, bless you, I forgot. Once you become members of Beta Gamma Sigma, we have a few things we need to do. We need to elect officers, okay? So, before we leave for the remainder of the school, before we leave for the summer, we will be, and I'll ask Brianna to help me with the details of this, we'll be shooting you an email to either